What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Friday Night Trivia. I'm coming to you live from a house that is covered in cat hair, but that's how I like it. If this is your first time, then welcome. If you are a regular, then welcome back. Hope you guys are ready for some trivia tonight. Tonight is going to be regular trivia. There's going to be 5 rounds of trivia. We've got general knowledge, a movie round, a couple special rounds, and then a picture round at the end. There's no theme, so it's anybody's game tonight. I really just only have one rule only. You're allowed to play on Teams. Actually, in fact, I encourage it. If you want to use Zoom or Google Hangouts or whatever you want to use, go ahead. I encourage that. My one rule is please just don't cheat. I have no way of knowing if anybody's cheating, so I either have to assume that everyone's cheating or that no one's cheating, and I choose to believe that no one's cheating. At least that's what I'm going to pretend. Hopefully it's true. Anyway, if you want to follow along with the game as I score it, I will give updates periodically, but you can follow along if you want to. You can check out right here. Just go to bit.ly/trivia score sheet. That will take you to the score sheet that I update in real time. You can follow along with me. I will be posting links to the rounds in the chat. So if you're not on YouTube right now, I don't know how you'd be watching me if you weren't, but make sure you pay attention to the chat, because that's where I'll be posting all the links to the rounds. All right, I think that's about it. So we are going to get started here with round one. Round one is always the general knowledge round. I've posted a link to it in the chat. There are 10 questions. Hopefully you know most of them. If you have any questions or you want anything clarified, feel free to put it in the chat and I will do my best. And yeah, don't use the chat to post answers or anything, though, but that would be not nice. For those of you who care, I am drinking Henninger tonight because I had some left over. And it's good. But anyway, I will leave you be, but I'll be paying attention. So if you need me, please feel free to hit me up in the chat, or if you just want to say hi or whatever. I think that's it. So good luck on round one. I'll give everyone a little extra time just to make sure everybody is able to get in. And now that I talk about it, I will move this here to round one, and I will start the timer at 15 minutes. So you'll have about 15 minutes to finish round one. If we're done early, I'll just call it early. But anyway, I'll let you go. Good luck on round one. All right, we're a little more than halfway done with round one. I haven't gotten any answers yet, so you still got plenty of time, but we're halfway through round one, so let's start thinking about those answers if you haven't already. And again, if you have any questions, please let me know. I will try and clarify where I can. All right, everyone, we are just about at the 2-minute warning, so 2 more minutes for round one. 2 minutes to get those answer sheets in. 2 more minutes. All right, we got 30 seconds left. All right, get those answer sheets in. If you haven't already, turn them in. Just gonna make sure I get everyone in for round one. All right. I believe that will do it for round one. Most of you did pretty well. Let me go over the answers real quick. Number one, partly due to its rounded shape and leathery green skin, what fruit is also known as the alligator pear? I've also heard it described as the alligator testicle. It is the avocado. Number two, in the Charles Dickens novel A Christmas Carol, what is Tiny Tim's last name? It's the same last name as Bob's. It's Cratchit. Tiny Tim Cratchit. Number three, in the email and memo abbreviation BCC, what does the B stand for? It stands for blind carbon copy. It's a way to copy people on emails so that other people can't see that they're copied on it. Number four, after calcium, what is the second most abundant mineral found in the human body? It's actually phosphorus. It's abundant in human bones. Number five, though originally featuring a portrait of Alexander Hamilton, when it was discontinued by the Federal Reserve in 1969, which president was depicted on the $1,000 bill? That was Cleveland, Grover Cleveland. Number six, in which cardinal direction does the Leaning Tower of Pisa lean? It leans to the south. Number seven, the kip is the currency of what Asian country? That'd be Laos. Number eight, which famous scientist did the HMS Beagle carry around the world? That was Darwin, Charles Darwin. Number nine, electric, purse, and smalt are all shades of blue. And finally, number 10, which ancient Greek philosopher wrote about the fabled lost city of Atlantis? That's Plato. Plato wrote about the lost city of Atlantis. I think he drew a map of it as well. All right, we are going to move on to round two. Round two is our movie round. I've been doing movie plots just because I feel like that isn't as difficult to get. So, if you want, or if you're ready for it, which you all should be, round two is in the chat. And again, if you have any questions about round two, feel free to ask me. I will clarify where I can. There is a theme. There is an extra, I mean, you should see it. There is an extra question at the end. Question 11 is guess the theme of this round. There is a theme that connects all of these movies together. Specifically Disneyland trivia. I've done Disney trivia that included some Disneyland trivia. Are you talking about like historical trivia for Disneyland? Because I could probably do that. There's enough. I mean, I literally just watched a video about Splash Mountain and the history of Splash Mountain today, and where it came from. Well, the predecessor was the ride at Six Flags Over Atlanta, I think. The what was it? Okefenokee Swamp ride, I think it was. It was basically the Splash Mountain of its time, except it was a very slow moving boat ride instead of a log flume. But featured all of the Uncle Remus characters, since that's been in the news. I posted this on Facebook earlier today, so those of you who are friends with me probably saw it or might have seen it. I don't know how Facebook's algorithm goes, but I definitely feel like Disney missed an opportunity back when the ride was first being designed back in the late 80s to make the ride about the gummy bears instead of the Uncle Remus characters. I know why they did it, because they were trying to reuse property that they had from the America Sings attraction that had just been recently closed down at that point, or that they were planning on closing down when they were designing the ride. And they wanted to use the Uncle Remus, the Song of the South, which has never been a popular or good movie, no matter what anybody says. It's just bad planning, I think, on their part. A movie that they don't like they never released on home video, and that they don't like talking about, and they made a ride about it. Who directed Captain EO? Pretty sure I know that. Wasn't it Francis Ford Coppola? At the time, it was the most expensive short film ever created. Angelica Houston, unrecognizable in that role. It's on YouTube. I still from time to time watch Captain EO because it's only 12 minutes long. I watch longer videos like that, or longer videos than that on YouTube on a pretty regular basis. I'm surprised Nicolas Cage wasn't in Captain EO, since he's a Coppola. When was Captain EO? I'll look it up right now. Captain EO. When was that movie made? That was 1986. What was Shelley Duvall doing in 1986? Cocaine? Just kidding. I mean, maybe. 1986. Let's see what movie she put out in 1986. No, not as a producer. Why would anyone want producer first? 1986. She didn't do anything in 1986. She was in an episode of The Twilight Zone. I wonder why she didn't want to do it. Didn't want to dress up like that. No, Popeye I think was 81. Popeye is an older movie. 80. Popeye was 80. Wait, she was in Time Bandits? Man, that is not something I remember. And I've seen Time Bandits plenty of times. I don't remember Shelley Duvall in that movie. Guess I just concentrate on Sean Connery. I must have watched that Captain EO making of video 100 times because every time I went to Disneyland when I was younger, I would watch Captain EO, and I'd be waiting in that line where they show the making of video, the featurette or whatever the hell it was. So I've seen that. I've seen that probably 100 times in my life. Oh, she was Hades' wife. Okay. She was in a bunch of TV shows in the 80s. She was in Frankenweenie, the one from the 80s. Not the black and white movie? Pretty sure. Yep. God, it's another movie. I need to watch. I need to watch that movie and like Monster Squad again. I haven't seen either of those movies in a long time. All right, we are past the halfway point for round two. So start thinking about those answers if you haven't already. You've got about 7 minutes left. That's, I guess, an understandable mistake. The cats are going crazy. Buddy of mine had Time Bandits on Laserdisc. He loved that movie. He watched it way too much. All right, we're coming up on the 2-minute warning. I've only got one answer sheet in. So let's start thinking about finalizing those answers. You've got about 2 minutes left. Thirty seconds left. 30 seconds left for round two. All right, time is up. Let's get those answer sheets in. I am still missing one. All right, that does it for round two. I am going to go over the answers real quick. All right. Number one, a lot of you did pretty well on this. Number one, in a future devastated by disease, a convict is sent back in time to gather information about the man-made virus that wiped out most of the human population on the planet. From 1995, that was 12 Monkeys. Number two, a movie that explores the dark and miserable town Basin City and tells the story of three different people, all caught up in violent corruption. From 2005, that was Sin City. Number three, the lives of two mob hitmen, a boxer, a gangster, and his wife, and a pair of diner bandits intertwine in four tales of violence and redemption. From 1994, that's Pulp Fiction. Number 4, a private detective's protected female witness is murdered, prompting him and the victim's boyfriend to investigate the crime that leads to a corrupt politician and a crooked football team owner. From 1991, it's The Last Boy Scout. Number 5, after a single career-minded woman is left on her own to give birth to a child of a married man, she finds a new romantic chance in a cab driver. From 1989, it's Look Who's Talking. Number 6, a cat burglar is forced to steal Da Vinci works of art for a world domination plot. From 1991, it's Hudson Hawk. Number 7, two teens travel across America in search of their stolen TV set. That is Beavis and Butthead Do America from 1996. Number 8, a case of mistaken identity lands a man in the middle of a war being plotted by two of the city's most rival crime bosses, the Rabbi and the Boss. That's lucky number 11. Number 9, Jimmy's rare baseball card is robbed. Since it's his only hope to pay for his daughter's upcoming wedding, he recruits his cop partner Paul to track down the robber, a memorabilia-obsessed gangster. From 2010, it is Cop Out. And then finally, number 10, a pair of young lovers flee their New England town, which causes a local search party to fan out to find them. From 2012, it's Moonrise Kingdom. And what do these movies all have in common? They all star Bruce Willis. And I know I left out some of the more obvious ones, but I didn't want to be obvious. I know I left out Die Hard and I left out The Fifth Element, but, you know, what do you do? Hudson Hawk is a very underrated movie. It's a cat burglar who times his robberies with show tunes, and you can't make that shit up. It is a very weird movie, but it is also a very fun movie. All right, we are going to move on to round 3. Round 3, I am working on a way to make a music round. I'm looking to get permission from somebody so that I can use some music. But for right now, for round 3, I'm going to do something a little different. Yeah, they're all named after candy bars. All right, for round 3, I hope you know your drinks, your alcoholic drinks. Well, yeah, your alcoholic drinks. That's why I said Todd, Sean, I guess anyone else that really knows this stuff. I expect you guys to get 100% on this. Oh, that's what it is. You're right. Swinging on a Star. You are absolutely right. Oh, and in case any of you are wondering where I got these recipes from, I got them all from liquor.com. So if you disagree with them, disagree with liquor.com. All right, we are halfway through round 3. I've got 2 answer sheets in. I'm guessing you guys are all trying to remember maybe your college years. I don't know. See, this is the thing. I don't drink too many mixed drinks. When I do, they're very simple. It's like whiskey and Coke. I don't have to remember any of this stuff. So I feel your pain. Anyway, 7 more minutes to go for round 3. 7 more minutes. Yeah, probably not. Like I said, I got the recipes from liquor.com and I wanted to be consistent with what they did. So there you go. That's true for probably most liquor. There aren't too many people that have a refined enough palate that they're going to be able to tell the difference between various types of bourbon, various types of whiskey, various types of anything really. Especially in like a bar setting. Maybe in like a more higher end bar, you might find those people. But if you're just out drinking, probably not. Just out at like a random bar. All right, we got about 2.5 minutes left, and we only have one team left to go. So let's finish up those answers, finalize them, and get those answer sheets in. Oh yeah, liqueurs. You've got an orange liqueur and a whatever mint liqueur. No one's gonna know the difference between just random bowls and like a Rumpelmints or whatever. It's just ugh. No one cares. I mean, people care, but not people when you're out at a bar. 2 more minutes. Alrighty, everybody is turned in, so I'm going to go over the answers real quick as soon as I open it. All right, number 1, bourbon, lemon juice, simple syrup, bitters, and optional egg whites is a whiskey sour. I've actually never had one with the egg whites. I don't know if it makes it better or worse. Number 2, tequila, lime juice, Cointreau, simple syrup, and a lime wheel is a margarita. 3, gin, lemon juice, simple syrup, club soda, a lemon wheel, and a maraschino cherry is a Tom Collins. Number 4, rum, mint leaves, lime juice, simple syrup, club soda, mint, and a lime wheel is a mojito. Number 5, gin, lemon juice, simple syrup, an egg white, and club soda is a gin fizz. 6, vodka, ginger beer, lime juice, and a lime wheel is a Moscow Mule. 7, rum, pineapple juice, orange juice, cream of coconut, grated nutmeg, and a pineapple wedge is a painkiller. Number 8, vodka, Cointreau, lime juice, cranberry juice, and a lime wedge is a Cosmopolitan. Number 9, gin, lime juice, simple syrup, and a lime wheel is a gin gimlet. White rum, orange curacao, lime juice, orgeat, dark rum, lime wheel, and mint is a Mai Tai. Cognac, Cointreau, lime or lemon juice, and an orange twist is a sidecar. Champagne and orange juice is a mimosa. Bourbon, sugars, bitters, water, and an orange peel is an old-fashioned. Tequila, lime juice, grapefruit soda, and a grapefruit wedge is a Paloma. And finally, bourbon, sweet vermouth, bitters, orange bitters, and a cherry is a Manhattan. Hopefully, you all did well, and a lot of you did. So I'm going to go over the scores real quick after 3 rounds. In alphabetical order, because that's how I'm rolling. With 26 points, we have DMKG. With 19 points, Team Gen Gen. 32 points, Team Mid to West. 33 points, the Quarantitties. 29 points for Severe Wrongness. 32 points for Steve Perry. And 20 points for the Zombies. All right, I kind of went with a theme for the last couple of rounds. Pub trivia round, Bond girl or porn star. That actually would be a good one. Maybe I'll do that for the next regular trivia round. So round 4, hopefully you know a little bit of Latin, because round 4 is all about phobias. I kind of got stuck on a lot of these matching rounds. So the last couple rounds are going to be matching because I didn't want to be too harsh on this. So round 4, let me remind myself to do this and then to do this. There we go. You got 15 minutes for round 4. Good luck. I just realized that number 15 in this round is a multiple choice for some reason instead of a drop down. If you refresh it, it should update to be a drop down too. If not, it'll count it as the right answer anyway if you get it correct. So if you want to refresh, cool. If not, don't worry about it. All right, we are about halfway through round 4, so if you haven't already, start working on those answers. If you have any questions or if you need anything clarified, please feel free to put it in chat. Otherwise, about 7 minutes left. 7 more minutes to go in round 4. This is a Tagelharpa. Ooh, this one looks cool. It's a Chinese one. This person says, my recommended wants me to scale a foggy mountain and meditate, it would seem. 'Man, that sounds great. Hmm. 30 seconds left for round 4. I unmuted myself and then muted myself. So 30 seconds left. Actually, 15 seconds left. Let's go. Let's go. All right. That does it for round 4. Let's get those answer sheets in. There we go. All right. Let me go over the answers to round 4. Number 1. Fear of thunder and lightning is astrophobia. Fear of gravity is barophobia. Fear of confined spaces is claustrophobia. Fear of houses is domatophobia. Domatophobia. Fear of cats is illurophobia. Fear of women is gynophobia. Fear of water is hydrophobia. Fear of the color white is leucophobia. Leucophobia. Fear of the color black is melanophobia. Fear of the dark is nyctophobia. Fear of snakes is ophidiophobia. Fear of flying is termerhanophobia. Fear of holes is tryptophobia. Fear of strangers is xenophobia. And this one is my fear. Fear of cockroaches is Catsaridophobia. Woof. All right. We are going to move on to round 5. Round 5 is the last round of the game. Round 5 is our picture round. It is also a matching round because this round, what do you call fear of a newborn babies and sleepless nights and fucking IKEA? No, it's not fear of IKEA. It's fear of putting stuff together from IKEA. That is the fear. Anyway, round 5 is our picture round. It's the last round of the game. The answer sheet for round 5 is in chat. I wanted to not make round 5 too hard, so I provided an answer sheet that you could use, or a answer bank. It is another matching round, so good luck on round 5. It's fun, rare musical instruments. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in chat. Otherwise, good luck. I'll move this to round 5 and give you another 15 minutes. What was he doing? Also, if you want to know what will alleviate the fear of IKEA and putting together furniture, this thing right here helps so much. It is an Allen wrench. I think it's called a ball screwdriver. It is an Allen wrench screwdriver. It is so useful in putting together any kind of furniture that utilizes those Allen wrench, the hex nuts, essentially. Basically, it's a hex nut screwdriver. These things are great. If you shop at IKEA, get one of these. I'm gonna double check the last round since the last question format was a little off. I'm gonna go back over and make sure all the points were accounted for. So give me a second. All right, I went back over round 3 or round 4. Yeah, I went back over round 4. I apologize. One of my answers was wrong, and I was letting it grade it for me. So I went back over and recalculated. So everybody basically got another point for that round because I had put the wrong answer down for one of them. It was the leukophobia, the fear of white, the color white. So I fixed it. You can check back and think. But thanks for pointing that out. I appreciate it. Keep me honest here. That's what this is for. All right, we're more than halfway done with round five. Remember, this is the last round of the game. We've got about 6 minutes left to go for round five. So start finalizing some of those answers, if you will. 6 more minutes. Well, really, 5 minutes and 54 seconds left for round five. All right, I don't normally do this, but if we end up with a tie, I have a tiebreaker question for first place because ties for second and third, not much you can do about that, but we got to have a winner. So if we wind up with a tie for first, we'll have a tiebreaker question. All right, less than 2 minutes to go. We've only got one team left out. You've got about, well, coming up on a minute 30 to go in this last round of the game. 1 minute and 30 seconds left for round five. All right, we got 30 seconds left. 30 seconds left for round 5. Let's get that answer sheet in. All right, we are all turned in for round 5. I'm going to go over the answer sheets, and then I'm going to do a tiebreaker. I'm going to go over the answers, for round 5. Then I'm going to do a tiebreaker because we have a tie for first place, and that is unacceptable. All right, number 1 is a theremin. Number 2 is an ocarina. 3 is a nyckelharpa. 4 is a kalimba. 5 is a hurdy-gurdy. 6 is a dulcimer. 7 is a kruth. 8 is a didgeridoo. Number 9 is a guero. Number 10 is a zither. 11 is a glass harmonica. And 12 is a sousaphone. All right. Here's how I'm going to do here's how I'm going to do the tiebreaker, because I don't really have any other way to do it because I don't have a sheet for this. So here's what we're going to do. No, that's not going to be... Here's what I'm going to do. There's my email. I just posted my email in the chat. I need Team Quarantitties and Team Steve Perry to email me your answer, just out of fairness, so we don't post it in chat and have someone blow it away. So here is your question, and I need you to email me your answer, and I will bring up my email so I can check. The way I do tiebreakers is closest to the correct answer. I don't play Price is Right rules, so it's whoever is closest to the correct answer breaks the tie. So here is... Okay, good. Here is the tiebreaker question for Quarantitties and Steve Perry. I want you to tell me, since we were talking about Disneyland earlier, I want you to tell me how many people were present at, or how big was the crowd on opening day at Disneyland in 1955? How many people were at Disneyland? How many guests were at Disneyland on opening day in 1955 when the park opened in Anaheim? Email me your answer to that email that I posted in chat. Don't post the answer in the chat. I mean, you can talk amongst yourselves if you want, but this question is just for Quarantitties and Steve Perry. Send me your answers. I'm going to say you have about a minute to send me your answer. So I will start the clock now. How many people were at Disneyland's opening day in 1955? I bet, Todd, it's only one finger. And I bet I could tell you which finger it is. All right, 20 seconds left. Steve Perry and Quarantitties, you need to get your answers into me. All right, we're done. Let's get those answer sheets in if we want to break this tie. I have received nothing. Nothing from either of you. There we go. I got one. All right, I got Quarantitties' answer. Steve Perry, I need your answer. I'm going to give you another, well, I don't know how, in the ether of the internet. this is working. But let's get it in, Mr. Mush. There we go. Oh my goodness. All right. So my question was in 1955 when the park opened, how many people were estimated to be at Disneyland? How many people visiting, not the people that were working there? The correct answer was 28,154 people. So with a guess of 25,000, Steve Perry breaks the tie and gets a bonus point. Man, it was right down to the wire. All right, so the score at the end of the game. We've got in 7th place with 40 points, Team Gen Gen. In 6th place with 42 points, DMKG. In 5th place with 45 points, the Zombies. 4th place with 52 points, Severe Wrongness. In 3rd place with 54 points, Team Mid to West. In 2nd place, just getting edged out in the tiebreaker with 55 points, we have the Quarantitties. That means in 1st place with 56 points, getting that bonus point for the tiebreaker, Steve Perry. All right. I hope you guys had fun tonight. I know I did. Next week, and I will post about this in the Facebook group. Next week, we are going to be doing Marvel trivia. I'm going to stick to the Marvel Cinematic Universe to keep it consistent. You can follow at bit.ly if you're not already, but most of you are. You can follow at bit.ly/Friday Night Trivia. That'll take you right to the Facebook group. You can follow along with any of the polls. I do polls on themed games, and I talk about what's going on. So if you want to follow me there, I'm still working on the website. I haven't really had time, but I will have a website. It's going to be my name, just SeanCocca.com. There's not much on there right now. There's really nothing on there right now. But check it out, at least the Facebook page. You can follow along there. And yeah, I think that's it. So I hope you guys had fun. Do yourself a favor and go listen to some music like the Hurdy-Gurdy and the Nickel Harpa and the Kruth. They are so much fun to listen to. I also wanted to leave you guys with this. If you follow me on Facebook, you might have seen me post about this. But it is something that I think I want everyone to suffer through because I remembered it. So go ahead and watch this video. It is a rap that Disney put out in the late 80s to celebrate the opening of Splash Mountain. And it is awful. And it is 100% laid at the feet of Michael Eisner because he was a very cringy CEO. Anyway, I'll see you guys all next week. Hope you had fun. Peace.